Hi, Jacqueline here with Loving and Losing an Animal Companion. And I want to talk today about anticipatory grief. It sucks. Anticipatory grief is what we're in when we know that the end is near, when we know that our animal companion is getting towards their last days. It can be a couple of months, a couple of weeks, never know. Anticipatory grief is when you can feel it, you sense it, you see it. And all of us who share our hearts and homes with an animal companion is going to be facing saying goodbye. They just don't live long enough. And that's just the truth of it. Anticipatory grief is something that most of us are going to experience. And though it sucks, there's a gift in anticipatory grief that we don't get when our animal companions die suddenly. When your animal beloved dies suddenly and unexpectedly, we add trauma and shock to something that's already devastating. If we have the opportunity to see it coming, if we have that gift of anticipatory grief, and it is a gift, it can give us time to prepare, it can give us time to begin to face the inevitable, to come to terms with it in our own hearts and in our own minds. And it can give us a chance to take more pictures, to maybe have more adventures, to treat those last moments with even more sacredness. So there is a gift in it, an opportunity to kind of prepare and bring ourselves into it. And of course, the problems with anticipatory grief are many. It's not good for them, for our animal, because unconsciously, unintentionally, we usually end up channeling, "You're dying. Oh my God, you're dying. Oh my God, you're dying." Nobody wants to hear that. Even if we don't say it, our animal companions are extremely sensitive. They know. So they're trying to figure out what they're doing to make us sad or what they can do to make us happy. The fact that they're dying, that they're leaving their physical body, just is what it is. So nothing they can do to make us happy about that. So try your best to contain some of that heavy projecting emotion. It is what it is. When you're grieving, but try to reel it in a little bit so you're not overwhelming your animal beloved with it. It can be difficult for us to have anticipatory grief. We can become hostage to the vigil, where every day can become a sad waiting. Will this be the day? Will this be the day? We can feel like we're not free to leave the house. We need to stay home with our animal because we certainly don't want them to leave when we're gone, right? We can become housebound. We can just really get depleted psychologically, emotionally, physically. We can make ourselves sick with anticipatory grief. We can become so focused on our beloved's ending that we miss our last days together. So anticipatory grief, again, is a gift we get that we don't get when our animal beloveds die suddenly and unexpectedly. When you took your animal to the vet for some simple procedure and something goes terribly wrong. When you leave them with a neighbor or leave them at home for a little while and you didn't know if something was wrong and you come back. But anticipatory grief is something most of us will face. And I know it's hard, but in your own way, see if you can say thank you. because it does bring us into the soul relationship more and more deeply with our beloved. It makes more certain to us that the union is on that level as well. I want you to know love does not die, and relationship does not end when someone leaves the physical. Begin caring for yourself now while you're in anticipatory grief. Do the things that you know to do to give yourself at least some of the love that your animal companion has for you. Do not deny yourself. Do not separate from yourself right now. Be gentle with yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. This is one of the hardest things in all the world. And get support. You can join me for my Pet Loss Heartache Facebook group. You can buy the book, Loving and Losing an Animal Companion, which will truly support you through this process. You're not alone. Don't isolate yourself. You're not alone. There is support available. Breathe. Move this sadness, this fear out of your heart, out of your body. You're going to have to breathe and move to do that. And I wish you the journey through this grief. I wish for you that it be as gentle as possible. Namaste.